All right, thank you everybody for your patience tonight. Many of you got a message from me letting you know what was going on. Those of you in the first break tonight. In the second break tonight, of course, I was busy trying to keep things caught up with the spreadsheet and whatnot. Might not have had time to message everyone. But of course, yeah, you might have seen the thing on the screen there as well. I kind of goofed up, forgot about daylight savings time and the time shift when I was listing this last week. So that is not where we want to go, is it? No, that's where we want to go. So, yeah, we've got a couple of nights where, unfortunately, starting a slight bit past what we would have predicted, but hopefully everybody was aware of it and we're all on the same page here. So we've got a pair of things that we're going to be breaking tonight: a case of encased football, and then a half case, the back half of a case of donruss baseball. So before we start ripping into things, a little pre-break info to go over. So let's get rolling with that. Feedback is 100% automated. Anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you're going to instantly get the same in return. And of course, thank you once again for your patience, first and foremost, and also for bidding with me, breaking with me, and generally keeping me company in chat and whatnot. This is a look at breaks that are coming up. This stuff is already listed on eBay. We do have two more nights, Tuesday night and Wednesday night, where this fun time shift is going to affect us, and we'll actually be starting closer to 9:45 each of those nights as well. Tomorrow night is Valiant Baseball. That is a new release, believe it or not, a Tuesday release. I know, weird, right? But that's Leaf for you. And then we'll be doing a third case of Select Basketball, both tomorrow night. Wednesday night, we'll do a second case of Valiant Baseball, and we'll do a 10-box inner case of Contenders Optic Football. On Thursday, we'll be back to our normal 9:30 start time, with auctions ending as they should be, about an hour ahead of time, as opposed to ending, 5 minutes after the break is supposed to start, like they did tonight. Thursday night is an autographed football jersey, a 3-box inner case of Onyx Preferred Players autographed baseballs, and a half case of donruss baseball. Again, will be the first half of a new case. Friday night is the release of National Treasures football. You got it. That's going to be fun. So Friday night we'll break a Leaf autographed multi-sport jersey. Those are sold spots by first letter of last name and listed in the football category. Then we'll break our case of NT, followed by a case of Valiant Baseball. On Saturday, we'll break a third case of encased football and a fourth case of Select Basketball. Here's the info that you need to know about for tonight. Okay, so we don't have any free shipping breaks tonight, so we don't need to worry about that sort of thing at all. We do have a couple of paid shipping breaks. That's encased and donruss. And I'm anticipating both of those will be on the way to you on or about Thursday. As always, if I can get them out sooner, I will. If something unexpected happens, it might slide to the day after. But right now, planning on Thursday for encased and donruss baseball. Everybody's going to pull cards in donruss baseball. There's a ton of cards in that break. If, however, you happen to get skunked in the encased break, you are still going to get a package in the mail with cards in it. Your consolation cards will ship out with the rest of the break if you should happen to be unlucky in that one tonight. So first up is an 8-box case of 2018 encased football. This is break number 2. Everything that we're opening tonight ended tonight on eBay Monday night, the 11th of March. Of course, we've already talked about the time shift and the reason behind that. Everybody who might be waiting on an invoice, you have received it by now. So those of you who are waiting on combined team invoices, everybody should have those in your inbox. Team names are on the left-hand side. Our winning bidders are across from each team on the right-hand side. And I imagine that most everybody's done a break of encased before, so you probably kind of know what to expect, but we'll go over it again here as we get the boxes out of the case momentarily. And finally, the background. Yes, I know it went out of focus there, but I did that on purpose. So don't worry about that. We're going to be able to see everything with no problems. Mark is here. Hi, Mark. And Dustin is here as well. And Mark, you are asking about case break number 2 or number 6. This was number 2, right? Yeah, this is encased number 2. And Polyrhythmic, I'm with you. I enjoy opening encased. They made a few changes to it this year. I mean, this product's only been around a couple years. 2016 was the year it first made an appearance. And it used to be that our graded card in past years was always a rookie. This year, that's not the case. The graded card can be a rookie, but it can also be a Hall of Famer or a veteran player. So they kind of ramped it up a little bit and gave us some additional options. And each box, of course, as you are aware, has the one graded card, but then we have more cards, more hits in the small pack as well. So we've got lots of fun stuff to find here in encased. Hi, Orlando. This is the encased break for sure. Donruss Baseball will be immediately following encased football here. Mark, I'm not sure what you mean case number 6. So you're going to have to help me out there. What product are you talking about? In general, I mean, my breaks are always the same night that it ends on eBay. So, like everything that ended on eBay tonight, we're breaking tonight. Everything that ended last night, we broke last night. Stuff that ends tomorrow, we'll break tomorrow. You know, like virtually always the same night. But when you just say case number 6, I don't know which product you mean. I'm sorry. There's got so many things going on. I don't know which one you're referring to there. Orlando, I do not know if you are in this one, my friend. Did you... You should have gotten an invoice if you are in this one. I can double check the spreadsheet for you in a minute if you would like. You've got to, of course, you guys know once I've got boxes open and cases open, I can't put the spreadsheet back up for everyone to see because I can't go away from this table in this live view once things are out. But I'll be happy to go back and look myself if you would like me to. And check that out for you, Orlando, if you don't. It should also be in your eBay purchase history, I would think. Mark, yeah, I don't have a break number 6 for encased. So maybe you've got me confused with somebody else right there. I mean, I don't even have 6 cases of encased. So that might be maybe somebody else's break. I don't know, man. That one would not be me, though. This is, again, encased break number 2 that ended tonight on eBay. So, yeah, we don't have the case number 6 for encased. Not for me, anyway. Orlando, it does look like you have the Colts in here. I'm looking to see if I see you on anything else. That's the only place I see you right now as the Colts, so I believe that is kind of what you were expecting, so I think we're good to go there. And Dustin has joined us, and so has Griffin. Hi, Dustin and Griffin, and Ezekiel as well. And Dirty Dog said you almost went for the Browns, and then you got scared away at the last minute. That's funny. Yeah, that happens to me too. I understand that. Just sometimes those prices get really high and it's like, oh, no, wait, I have to rethink this. I understand. Now, I don't bid on the Browns. Usually am bidding on my Steelers, but yeah, I mean, I feel what you're putting down there. I got you on it. So first up is Michael Thomas for the Saints. We do have a card in here that is not a hit in each pack, and then everything else is traditionally a hit and encased, so everything else will either be autograph or memorabilia. And then, of course, our graded cards I'm going to save for last. Christian Kirk, numbered to 75 for the Cardinals with a quad relic. Here comes Nick Chubb for the Browns, and that is numbered to 75. And Tim is here as well. Dirty Dog, we're going to work on your Patriots. And this redemption is going to sit right up there in our housekeeping area. We will flip it over at the very end of the break, along with any other redemptions that we might happen to find along the way. We'll check them all out at the end. Orlando, you're looking for that Peyton Manning. We're still trying to find that for you. We got to conjure that up, don't we? That is numbered to 10, Tre'Davious White and the Bills. Corey Davis, Tennessee Titans. Relic, numbered to 50. Warren Moon for the Oilers. For those of you who do not know this, the former Houston Oilers are the current Tennessee Titans. That is numbered to 50. And cards always stay with their franchise. So if a franchise renames, relocates, the card just follows along behind it. So Warren Moon goes to the Tennessee Titans. Jeremy Shockey. That's an on-card signature. It is numbered to 10 for the Giants. Honestly, that's not one you pull a whole lot, so that's kind of cool if you're a Giants fan. A little throwback. Ryan's here. Hi, Ryan. And Dustin. Yeah, the Oilers are never going to be the Texans, guys. The Houston Texans were an expansion team. They came along way after the Houston Oilers had moved to Tennessee, which then they became the Tennessee Oilers and then the current Tennessee Titans. The Houston Texans are a completely different franchise. An expansion franchise had nothing at all to do with the Oilers. So anytime, at least in my breaks, I think in most breaks, anytime you pull an Oilers card, it's going to go to the Titans, except in, you know, maybe the case of somebody who does their break differently, but that would be kind of unusual. It's Doug Baldwin for the Seahawks. And of course, in my breaks, all that stuff you can find down at the bottom in the special circumstances area talks about that and all kinds of other interesting things that can come up. That was numbered to 75 for the Texans with Kiki QT. Here comes the man, Baker Mayfield for the Browns. Quad relic to 75. We needed ink on that, didn't we? Dante Pettis, San Francisco 49ers. That is numbered to 50. Next up, if I could get them facing the right way, that might be slightly more helpful. Michael Crabtree comes out for the Baltimore Ravens. Jay Allen, you got to hit the sack tonight, but you're looking for some Phillies in the next break. All right, my friend, I will do my best to find you some Philadelphia Phillies in Donruss Baseball, which will be coming up next. Christian Kirk, that's to 75 for the Arizona Cardinals. Calvin Ridley and the Falcons. That is a very big relic, and it is numbered to 5. And then we have Isaac Bruce for the Rams. Hard signed autograph, numbered to 50, and of course you got have your inscription on there as well. Ryan, you like that Dante Pettis? You're wishing that was yours? I know, I feel you. Dante Pettis, so he comes out pretty often. I think you should be able to pick up his cards probably on eBay pretty easily. He's pretty relatively easy to pull, I would say. Kareem Hunt for the Chiefs on our base card, followed by a Kareem Hunt relic as our hit, number 250. Ooh, Joe Namath and the Jets. Joe Namath, why couldn't you have had ink? But it is numbered to 10, and it is a nice 2-color relic, so I would prefer it to have been signed. I imagine if you have the Jets, you would have as well, but still nice card. Royce Freeman, numbered to 25 for the Broncos. He still doesn't sign his name worth a darn, but hey, he gave you an inscription. It's probably the most we've seen written by Royce Freeman on anything all year long. You know, I would think. Alex Smith for the Redskins. Behind that is another Bronco, Cortland Sutton, comes into play there, number 250. Aw, Tony Gonzalez, I like him. For the Falcons, nice looking, handsome relic there to 25. And the Colts, we at least got you a hit, Orlando. It is not the Peyton Manning you had hoped for, but we do have something for your Colts. Doris Fountain to 50, who oddly enough signed way over there in the corner and could have, maybe used the space a little more effectively, but he didn't. Ryan, you are not kidding. There have been loads of Broncos in everything all year long. Their rookie class kind of overtook our football products this year in many breaks. Adam Thielen is our base card for the Vikings. There's Jordan Howard and the Bears, that numbered to 25. Saquon Barkley makes an appearance for the Giants, and that is a trio of relics to 75. Ronald Jones, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Oh, I love that relic down there. That's part of your logo, and it is numbered to 10. Hard signed autograph and an extremely awesome relic. At least one of the two. They're both nice, but the part of the logo, come on, that's all kinds of awesome. And then, of course, we still have our graded cards to open. So even though this is the last pack of our regular cards, we're not going to call Last Box Mojo quite yet because, well, that sleeve's not cooperating. Because we do still have our graded cards to open. Deshaun Watson and the Texans. Christian McCaffrey for the Panthers. Polyrhythmic, you got a Josh Allen rookie endorsements inscription to 25 BGS 95 out of this product. Nice job, man. It's to 25 for the Carolina Panthers. Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks, numbered to 50. Mark Walton, you know this will be hard signed, and anybody want to guess how large his signature will be on here? I bet huge. Oh, no, his signature's smaller than normal, but he gave us a really nice long inscription. And by the way, that rookie cap patch is all kinds of awesome. That is numbered to 25, and that's pretty cool hit for Cincinnati Bengals. Now we have got our graded cards to take a look at. Okay, Green Bay Packers, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, rookie endorsements. You can see the autograph grades to a 10, the card overall grades to a 9. It is numbered to 50. The Packers with our first graded hit. Oh, our next one makes the Jets awfully happy because that is your man Sam Darnold with an inscription. It is numbered to 25. You've got another cap patch there. Card grade to 9.5. Autograph grade to 10. Nice little rookie QB hit for the Jets. Polyrhythmic, you're not kidding. One of one Tom Brady would probably make everybody's day. And Haley the Whale is here. Hi, Haley the Whale. Cortland Sutton, and if that's not how I'm supposed to say it, sorry. Cortland Sutton for the Broncos. Autograph grades to a 9. Card grades to a 9.5. It is numbered to 25. Hard signed autograph and inscription once again. Griffin, you need a cowboy. The Cowboys, I have noticed both last year and this year, tend to come out of the graded cards more so than our regular cards. Texans, numbered to 10, Kiki QT. That is, I should say graded to 10. Autograph grade to 10, card grade to 9, numbered to 50. Hard signed rookie cap patch. That is a mouthful. Dustin, you're looking for some more Broncos. Bo hit a nice Lamar Jackson, he says, to 10 with a 9 rating and a 10 on the autograph. Very, very good hit as well. Kerryon Johnson, Lions. Autograph grades to 10, card grades to 9. It is numbered to 50 for Kerryon. Maryland City needs some Redskins, and right on cue, right as I look over and read it, there it is. How about that? Crazy. Darius Geis is here for the Washington Redskins. The autograph graded to a 10. The card grades 9.5. It is numbered to 3 and a hard signed autograph. So not only did you hit your Redskins, you hit a pretty good one by my estimation. My Pittsburgh Steelers. Mason Rudolph, autograph grade to 9, card grade to 9.5. Card is numbered to 3. So back-to-back rookie signatures to 3. Redskins and Steelers. Now we can say last box mojo, because this is our last card that we have live. We do still have a redemption that we're going to flip over in a moment and find out what that's all about. But first, we do have this coming out. And it is Barry Sanders for the Lions. How about that? And it is numbered to 5. It's on a Hall of Fame card set there. Card grades out to a 9. Autograph grades out to a 10. And Barry Sanders shows up for the Lions. Now, let's find out who our redemption is. After we flip this over, we will go to the Panini website, we'll verify the team, and we'll find out what, if anything, it is numbered to. And it comes up as Aaron Donald, Reserve Signatures Gold. So I've got to assume that's going to be low numbered. Aaron Donald, of course, is the Rams. And we'll find out here shortly what that is numbered to, because we're going to roll over here to the Panini website. We're going to head over there together and use their handy little drop-down menu to look this up. So it does take me a minute to get through this to get where we need to be, but it is well worth the wait, I think. Let's get in here to encased and our card set. What did I say it was again? Reserve Signatures Gold, and he is card number 21. All right, Reserve Signatures Gold. Card number 21, Aaron Donald is numbered to 5 for the Rams. Really sweet. So right there at the end, we got a bunch of low-numbered autograph hits right kind of towards the end in our graded things and then our redemption to go along with. Okay, so let's recap. We have a redemption for Aaron Donald and the Rams. That's going to be numbered to 5 according to the Panini website. Next up is Mark Walton Bengals, Russell Wilson Seahawks, Saquon Barkley for the Giants, Jordan Howard for the Bears, Doris Fountain for the Colts, Tony Gonzalez Falcons. The Jets have a Joe Namath relic to 10. And that's Isaac Bruce for the Rams. Then this is low numbered as well, the 5, Calvin Ridley and the Falcons. Christian Kirk for the Arizona Cardinals, a Dante Pettis for the 49ers, and a nice little Jeremy Shockey to 10 for the Giants. Carolina Panthers have a relic hit. I love that relic. That's like part of the pirate ship. That's so cool. It's to 10 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And then the Broncos. And the Broncos again. Kansas City Chiefs. Your man Baker Mayfield for the Cleveland Browns. Kiki QT Texans. Warren Moon for the Oilers, which is the Tennessee Titans in today's world. Titans hit again there. There's a Nick Chubb for the Browns and another Christian Kirk for the Arizona Cardinals. And to recap our graded cards, the Lions have Barry Sanders. I really do like that hit for the Lions. Mason Rudolph, low numbered to 3 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Darius Geis, equally low numbered to 3 for the Washington Redskins. Lions have a second graded hit in here, Kerryon Johnson. Kiki to 50, Texans. Broncos with a graded Cortland Sutton. Really nice Sam Darnold, graded and numbered to 25 for the Jets. And then Marquez Valdez-Scantling, numbered to 50. Make sure that the Packers didn't go home empty-handed. So that is encased football, all in the bag there. Griffin, yeah, I know it is unusual that the Cowboys don't come out in the graded stuff somewhere. I know. I'm sorry, man. That is usually when we find them in encased, that's where they are. They're not, in my experience anyway, they're not as common coming out of the regular cards. They tend to come out of the graded and encased. Same way last year, and really honestly somewhat that way in 2016 as well, but more so last year and this year, at least in the cases I have opened. So once again, everything we're opening tonight anticipated will be out the door and on the way to you approximately Thursday. If I can get it out sooner, I will. If something goes off the rails with my week, it could slide to Friday, but I believe Thursday is a reasonable expectation. And if you happen to get skunked and encased and you did not pull a single card at all, you are still going to get a package in the mail. Consolation cards give you another shot at it anyway. So next up is an 8-box break of 2019 Donruss Baseball. This is a half case break. It's break number 2, the back half of the case. Of course, it also ended on eBay tonight, the 11th, Monday night. This product released this past Wednesday, but we're trying to get it mixed in with Heritage Baseball and all the other releases, and it takes a while to break, so it doesn't show up as often in the listings as some of our other products do, but we will be breaking it, I guess probably either 6 or 8 times in total. Cannot remember if I have 3 or 4 cases. Or we might even do a break where we do a full case, but maybe, you know, the veteran base doesn't ship or something like that. I don't know. We'll think about that, but for now, we're doing half case breaks and everything ships. And if and when that changes to a different configuration, it would, of course, state that in the listing description. So I always remind you guys, always check the quantities and check the listing description for anything that might change from one break to another. Andrew, you said the Chiefs always burn you when you actually get them. You know, I play the ponies a little bit. You know, being from Kentucky, how do you not, really, right? And I had a jockey here. He doesn't race anymore, doesn't ride anymore. But there was a jockey that rode the Kentucky circuit a lot. And I swear to you, every time I would bet that guy, he would lose. And every time I would pass on him, he would win. So I know how you feel about your Kansas City Chiefs, because I felt that way about that jockey. I was so glad when that guy retired. I can't even tell you, because it was just so frustrating. So I feel your pain on that. So Donruss Baseball is a monster mega break. It takes like 20 years to get through this, because there's a lot of cards in here. There are loads of inserts and parallels, and for the most part, we're not going to stop on the vast majority of them, just because for, you know, the purposes of keeping things flowing. We'll spend a little bit more time in the first box pointing out what's in here so that you have a general idea, and then we kind of try to keep the pace going in the rest of it. Now, each one of our boxes here in Donruss can have, or will have, is supposed to have, Panini always says on average, but should have 3 hits in it. Can be autographs, can be memorabilia, or any combination thereof, because they put that fun little word "or" in there. Right, so it says 3 autographs or memorabilia cards per box. Every once in a while, one of our hits will be replaced by a Panini Rewards Point card. And if that happens, then we'll give that out at the end of the break. And for those of you who have rewards points, they're apparently, tonight, I guess, is the night they're doing this. They're shutting down the Panini Rewards Point app, and they're migrating it into the Panini Direct app. So now everything's going to be in Direct, which before was only where you went to buy things. You know, if you wanted to buy boxes or cases of cards or memorabilia or whatever. Well, now Panini Rewards is going to be part of Panini Direct app, but I think, you know, maybe not until tomorrow or the night after or something when they get finished with it. Mark, you're out of here. All right, my friend. Well, we will catch you the next time. Ironhead, you need Brewers and the Nats. And E. Harvey needs some Vlad Guerrero Jr. Can you guys even believe that guy strained his oblique and now he's... they don't even have to worry about holding him down for service time. He's held himself down with this unfortunate injury. He's going to be out at least 3 weeks. Peter Alonso for the Mets is our first hit as a relic. So yeah, Vlad Guerrero Jr. Not coming up for at least 3 weeks now, for sure. That's numbered to 249. Once again, we're going to find loads of numbered things like that, loads of inserts. Diamond Kings is another one. There's hollow foil. It's numbered to 65. There are others that have hollow foil backs. We'll find them as well. But unless something is very low numbered, for the most part, we'll keep on trucking beyond stopping in this first box. So when you see the 150th anniversary, they are numbered to 150 correspondingly. Down there in the corner, you can see that little hologram 150, and that is what that means. And there's our little red, white, and blue kind of parallel. Those are not numbered, but inserts nonetheless. There's Mother's Day inserts. There are Father's Day inserts. And, oh gosh, I'm trying to think what even else. There's a lot of different inserts that are in this product, as you might imagine, because it's got lots and lots and lots of cards in it. I'm just getting my sorting organized over there. Sorting mat there. Jay Allen, you finally hit a 1 of 1. Well, I'm glad to hear that. And then you said you need to hit another one, though, for Reese Hoskins. Okay. And Maddie's here. Maddie needs some Orioles. And E. Harvey, we are just starting. This is box number 1. Oh, you're talking about in the first half of the case? Yes, I think we did. I think we did hit the whammy in the first half of the case, the best I recall. Numbered to 99. There is your Orioles with Cedric Mullins. So almost on cue. You ask for the Orioles, Maddie, and then there you got them. So your mojo is flowing for you tonight. Juan Soto and the Nationals relic. But I'm pretty sure that we did hit the whammy in the first half of the case. I wouldn't say at 1,000% sure, but I'm at least 95%. Buster Posey to 99 and Joey Bart on the backside. Those, of course, play for the same team, so we don't have to worry about that. Sometimes on those franchise features, you have 2 different teams involved. And when that happens, if that happens, we'll set those aside up in housekeeping, and we will use random.org at the end of the break to determine how they're awarded. So this is the Father's Day variation. It's numbered to 49. It obviously has his nickname on there as well for Ozzie Albies and the Braves. So kind of a double parallel there, for lack of a better way to say it. Nickname and Father's Day. How about that? Anthony, you're looking for the St. Louis Cardinals to get some hits. And Jay Allen is reminding the mojo that he needs the Philadelphia Phillies. So this is numbered to 312, that hollow foil. And that's career stats and their season stats, and those will be numbered to various things as we go along. Benintendi to 150. And that kind of gives you that's a general idea of what we're going to see throughout the entirety of the break. There's also a Mother's Day option, which we haven't run across yet, but should be soon. Texas Rangers have themselves a relic. Haven't we hit more than 3 in here? Doesn't it? I think we have, right? Am I crazy? No. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. No, we've hit 4. So it's a 3 on average per box, but hey, we've hit 4 out of this one. I'll take it. Francisco Lindor and Fernando Tatis Jr. So that is an example of franchise features that has 2 different teams on it, as I referenced earlier. And of course, the ones like that, that's why they set up there in that little housekeeping corner to remind us that at the end of the break, we'll have to find them a new home. Jay Allen, you said that's 4. You're talking about the hits? Yeah, for sure. We definitely, I thought it was an extra one, but then, of course, you saw I went back to count to make sure. And in fact, it is. It was to 999, Acuna. And then, of course, as we go forward into some of these other boxes, I'm not necessarily going to stop and read off the high numbered stuff. We'll do that more with the lower numbered things. On DC, Dominators. This is the first one of these we've seen tonight. This one's Andahar. It's also numbered to 999, but another example of inserts that we are likely to find more of as we cruise along. All right, settling in here to hopefully we'll get you done before midnight. No, we'll definitely be done before midnight. Everybody's like, wait, what? No, we'll definitely be done before midnight. I do like this product, and I would love to break it as a full case every time. Would be my preference. But there are so blasted many cards, it's difficult to try and do it that way. And frankly, there are almost as many inserts in this product as there are base cards. So even breaking a full case and saying, like, base cards don't ship wouldn't really do much to save time either. Because it's a lot of inserts and parallels in here. But still, we love our donruss baseball and our heritage baseball and Allen and Ginter and Gypsy Queen and all those others that take us a really long time to break. They're still fun. Actually, I kind of love Gypsy Queen. It's one of my favorites, and it has a zillion cards. To 249. Once again, we've got 2 different teams on that one, so it's got to hang out up there in our TBD area. Little Bryce Harper. Not going to see him in a Phillies uniform on too many more cards. A few more, I guess. That one will be to 150. Depends on how far they've gotten in production with Topps already to know when we'll see him in his updated uniform. Javi Baez. Cubbies, and that is just a Diamond Kings hollow foil insert. But you know what? It was facing the other way, so I thought, oh, it's maybe going to be an autograph. They fooled me. It is not. It was not. Career stats, Harrison Bader, Cardinals. I kind of like getting those little blank spacers. They help me out. Use them for shipping and things. I like loading up on them. An Aaron Judge Diamond Kings. We have a Signature Series autograph for Rowdy Tellez. You know, he used to pull him a lot out of Bowman, and then hadn't pulled Rowdy. I don't even know how much Rowdy's, if he's even been in Bowman, but I haven't seen him in recent years, but he used to come out a lot. And there he is again, and to make it even better, he's numbered to 10. So, little Rowdy Tellez for Toronto and the Blue Jays. So even if you don't have, even if you don't end up with Baby Vlad, which you might, we've got a ways to go. But even if you don't, still have Rowdy to 10. We'll take it anyway, right? That is numbered to 150. And it's on a different kind of card set than we normally see. Probably, I guess, because he's a rookie and on the 150th anniversary parallel and numbered to 150 still, but just a different look for it than the original version I showed you that would be to 150. Mr. Shohei Ohtani, numbered to 999 on that Elite Series. E. Harvey said you'll take what you can get. Well, yes, I think we're probably all that way, aren't we, when it comes to breaking? It's like, yeah, if it's, we'll just take it. Didi Gregorius as an Arizona Diamondback. So that's one thing we learned out of the first half of the case, which is, first of all, I didn't even remember Didi Gregorius ever being an Arizona Diamondback. So there's that. And then, secondly, there are some players in here that, for reasons unknown to me, they feature them with their former teams, like that one. It's kind of odd, but they are in here. So when I first saw it, I thought, did Didi Gregorius get traded to Arizona? Like, I did not remember that happening at all. And then, of course, somebody said, no, it's who he used to play for. Did not remember that. Did not remember that at all. So I must have been absent that day, so to speak. Toronto Blue Jays Hap relic. Miami Marlins with a Real Muto hollow foil Diamond Kings insert. Shohei Ohtani relic coming up for the Angels. Oh, and they gave us just plain white. That's kind of a drag, isn't it? Hang on now, somebody got carried away. There we go. A Dominators there for Freddie Freeman and the Braves. Pujols, that's a season highlight and season stats, I should say. And it was numbered, but high numbered. Another Dominators, Jacob deGrom. This one's a little lower numbered to 149 for the Mets. So this is box number 3 of 8 that has the plastic, are coming out of the plastic right now, so. like it's taken us about probably 10 minutes a box, roughly. So, yeah, you got to kind of settle in on this break. There's no fast way to do it. Our next break of donruss, of course, coming up in a few days. That one will be the start of a new case. Break number 3 will be. That is season stats numbered to 283 for Minnesota, the Twins. Oh, you watched a break of a whole case the other day? How long did it take them? I mean, it would have to have taken, I mean, even if you're going really fast, just by virtue of the fact that you've got to open all these wrappers, I'd say, what did it take? 2.5 hours, I would guess. Maybe even approaching 3, depending. Yeah, it would be a marathon to get through the whole case of this. Now, I've done 3-hour breaks before, so I could definitely do it. But the sorting would be just dreadful on that. Dakota Hudson, St. Louis Cardinals. Signature Series. Brandon Crawford with a hollow foil Diamond Kings insert. Fernando Tatis Jr., San Diego Padres. Wish that had been signed. If you got the Padres, you're echoing my sentiment, I imagine. Aaron Nola, hollow foil, Diamond Kings. Of course, I've said this before, but I wish, even if Panini would just do this stuff in 12-box cases instead of 16-box cases, even that would make it somewhat more feasible to break it a full case at a time. But, you know, they do 16-box cases of this. They do 20-box cases of stuff like hoops and basketball and things like that. And you're just going, man, nobody needs like a 20-box case. Nobody wants that. But I think their deal is they just must want each case to sell for a certain price. And so to get to that price, they'll just keep increasing the quantity of boxes in the product until it hits their target, which, I mean, that's the only way that it would make sense to be pushing out some of these 16 and 20 box cases. It's to $249 Yelich for the Brewers. Well, any of them that have this many cards, I should qualify that. You know, 20-box case of, like Donruss Optic, that doesn't have but 1 pack of cards per box. That's a little different story. Moose with a relic for the Kansas City Royals. And there's Javi Baez, career stats. Harvey, you said you had some good hits, so you weren't complaining you were watching in and out at times. Oh, for sure. I imagine the person doing the breaking probably was thinking the same thing, probably in and out at times. They're probably like going off into a zone at points. American Pride, this is USA Collegiate Baseball. All those cards are going to set up here in housekeeping. And I will use random.org to award all the American Pride Collegiate USA cards at once to one team at the end of the break. Well, right, Anthony. That would make a difference if you had somebody that could open it and then slide them over to you. You know, one person opening and another person doing this. I guess I would have to change you'd have to change the setup for sure. Because I would assume you need to see the person opening the pack as well, right? I mean, maybe some people wouldn't care if they didn't see the pack itself being open, but I imagine there would absolutely be some people that would throw a total fit if they didn't see both pairs of hands on the camera, the pair opening and the pair displaying. So I would have to change my setup to try to do something like that. I think that would to me, that's kind of confusing, because then where do you put your focus? You know, are you watching the person that's opening, or are you watching the person that's revealing? Castellanos, Detroit Tigers. This is numbered to 999. I couldn't find the number for a minute. And of course, you know, the nicknames on there, they say his name is Childish Bambino. Take off, of course, on Donald Glover's Childish Gambino. They said Bambino. That is numbered 1099. Yeah, I've said before, I wish someone would just invent like a little robot. You know how if you're in Vegas, do you know how they have the automatic card shufflers? Like if you're playing blackjack or something, 5-deck blackjack, it's to $9.99. And there's, you know, they just put that card in the little thing next to them, and it shuffles them and constantly, you know, has stuff ready to go. It says Lorenzo Kane to 49, the Father's Day parallel. I have said I wish someone would invent a little tabletop machine that could just like sit right back there in the corner, that you could just slide packs through, and it would just whoosh, you know, open them and then put the cards out in a little stack next to it. Of course, no one's going to do that, but I can dream, right? I can dream that someone would invent that. Very specialized kind of product it would be, I guess. Nobody but breakers would probably want that, but I used to not open as much stuff that has a lot of base cards, not as much as I do now. And that's partially because I know I have several of you that like to build sets, and so when we open stuff with a lot of base, it gives you some opportunity to do that. And also, these days, my goodness, if you don't buy products like this, goodness knows they, you know, in decent quantity, I should qualify that, then they won't give you anywhere near what you want of other products down the road. Supply and demand's been so out of whack for several years now that the distributors can do that and just say, hey, if you don't buy this, then we're not going to give you that. Of course, we've got Diamond Kings that we'll see. We're too awfully long from Panini as well. That's always a fun one to open. And a little more manageable case sizes to 72 for the Braves. I mean, it is still a lot of boxes in Diamond Kings, but they do them in inner cases, and they guarantee you, you know, whatever your guarantees are going to be by the inner case, and so that does make life a little easier. We have Jose Altuve on one side, Nick Madrigal on the other, so that also has to sit up there in our to be determined area. All right. There's only so much I can open before I want to stop and look at things again. It's to $9.99 Shohei and the Angels. Yeah, I'm with you. I don't do well with delayed gratification. Oh, look how happy you are about to be, E. Harvey. You're about to be very happy. Very happy indeed, aren't you? Vlad Guerrero Jr. for your Toronto Blue Jays. There it is, exactly who you were looking for. So you called forth the mojo on that one, and it delivered in a big way. Jose Barrios. That was hollow foil Diamond Kings. I knew that would make you happy. I got lots of exclamation points there after sweet. Yeah, I knew that one would make you very pleased. It's numbered to $9.99, Manny Machado. Now, I imagine that we'll probably pull him pretty readily out of the Leaf stuff that's coming out tomorrow. Or, yeah, coming out tomorrow. Tomorrow is Tuesday. We certainly have had a very good run with him in the last couple of Leaf products that have come out. He's been pretty, I'd say pretty easy to pull out of the Leaf stuff in general. So it's Valiant that we have coming tomorrow. And of course, Valiant means one of the cards in there is going to be graded, and the others are hits that aren't graded. Much like the encased football, it's kind of a similar concept, but Leafs Valiant baseball. So you might, I don't know what the Blue Jays will go for tomorrow, but that might give you a little opportunity as well to go hunting for a little more Vlad Guerrero if you feel it, if you're feeling the love tomorrow anyway. You hit a patch auto 3 of 10 a couple of days ago. That's also quite nice. Cabrian Hayes, Pittsburgh Pirates relic, rated rookie relic, no less. Yeah, I really was so disappointed that he got injured because I really am looking forward, as is everybody. I think we're all looking forward to Vlad Guerrero Jr. coming up to the majors, and then darned if he didn't get injured. Rhys Hoskins, Phillies, hey. And we got a pinstripe, and Jay Allen said he wanted a Rhys Hoskins for the Phillies. I think he wanted a 1 of 1, but at least we got him part of the way to what he wanted with the player and the team anyway. Not quite the 1 of 1, but Jose Ramirez, that is Father's Day to 49. Oh, Anthony, I think he was talking about out of the Leaf products. Now, maybe not, but that's what I took that to mean. E. Harvey, when he was talking about hitting the patch autograph in chat, Anthony is asking, did he hit that in Donruss? My thought was he hit it in Leaf, since Leaf is what we were, or what I was talking about at that moment. But I mean, I don't know 100% for sure, obviously. But that was my take on it. Oh, no, it wasn't. He said, no, it was out of Donruss. Okay, so see, I was wrong. Was out of here. Well, there you go. I learned something new. Andrew Vaughn to 249. Once again, the American-made collegiate. All up there hanging out in the pile. Goes out by way of random end of the break. Okay, we are halfway home. 4 boxes opened, 4 remaining. Yeah, I would say that, assuming that Vlad plays as well as everyone is expecting him to, his card prices are probably going to really shoot up quite a bit shortly after he's brought up, I would imagine. Oh, what did I say? 16 cases? ERV typed in 16 boxes, not 16 cases. So I must have said somewhere along the way, I must have said 16 cases instead of 16 boxes. Sorry. Oh, no, I see what you're saying. You had typed in that you were in a 16 case break. And then I gotcha. I missed that first part of that. Yeah, sometimes, I don't even, sometimes, the other night, I said, what did I say? I had something in my hand, and I said the completely opposite thing of what was in my hand. And I have no idea what in the world was going on. So every once in a while, yeah, the wrong word spits out or the wrong name spits out, and usually I catch it. Occasionally you guys catch it if I don't. So I just thought I had said it. Ronald Acuna and the Braves. Because there is a certain amount of going into a little bit of a zone part of the way through some of these. That's to $9.99, the James Paxton no-hitter. An Aaron Judge hollow foil Diamond Kings. Yeah, Anthony, you said 16 cases would take 24 hours. It probably would. It would be, oh my gosh. It'd take more than 24 hours probably. Jose Altuve for the Astros. That's season stats. It was numbered to 316. Because you figure a full case would take about 3 hours. So 16 cases would take 48 hours. It would take 2 days. That would be crazy. It's numbered to 500. It's like you have to break it in shifts. You just have to have one breaker go for a few hours, then they go lay down, another one steps in and keeps cycling through. Yeah, that would be crazy. Have a whole team of breakers just cycling in and out. That would be kind of interesting though. Like a 48-hour donruss break. Ian Desmond for the Texas Rangers with a relic. Just about stacked it with the base, but no, it is a relic. Aaron Judge. I like the nickname parallels. That one's numbered to 99. All rise, it says on it, for the Yankees. Trevor Story and Bo Bichette. 2 different teams there as well. I wonder if there's any sort of Guinness World Record holder for the longest break ever. That would be kind of fun, though. If I had a bunch of breakers that I knew in the area, which I don't. I only know one other that is anywhere in reasonable proximity to me. But if I knew a bunch, it would be fun to do that. Like a 24-hour break or something. And just go in shifts. Not that I'd be trying to break a Guinness World Record or anything, just like I think it'd be fun. Well, not fun if you had to do all 24 hours yourself. I mean fun if you had, say eight breakers, and each breaker did 3 hours, but maybe not even in a row. Like maybe you did 2 and somebody else did 2, and whatever, you trade off and on. That would be something. You would watch and be the person who watched break the record for the longest watch, the longest continuous break watch. That's funny. That was, of course, Ryan O'Hearn to 150 that you saw there a moment ago. Francisco Lindor again. No, Anthony, Bowling Green's a bit away from me. I'm in the Lexington area, so, I mean, it's obviously within the same state, but it's not really close, particularly. That was Patrick Wisdom, and you know what? Do you see that? I don't know how well that shows up on camera, but there's a little tiny bit of the foil starting to come up on the edge of that card. And that has a tendency sometimes to happen on these hollow foils. And if I see them when they go by, I do try to point them out, but usually it'll flatten back down unless it's really bad. Once it, if you put it in a sleeve and a top loader, it'll start to flatten back down. And I have seen a couple that are so out of whack that won't even rescue them, but a lot of times it would. That will straighten it out. Signature Series, Josh James. That is numbered to 99 for the Houston Astros. Anthony, are you in the Bowling Green area? Is that where you're hanging out? Haven't been to Bowling Green in a long time. I had a friend whose grandmother lived there. She passed several years ago, and I guess that's probably the last time I was in Bowling Green was for her services. Rafael Devers, that is numbered to 99, Boston Red Sox. Oh, my screen's trying to time out. Oh, you were in Springfield, Missouri. Okay. You have a friend who lives in Kentucky. Oh, were you going to volunteer your friend to come down and get in on the marathon break? Oh, I'll take him up on it. And then they'd be like, wait, what? What did you sign me up for? Your friend would be probably mad. Did you have good weather in Springfield, Missouri today? What a really nice day here, and I think it's supposed to get up to 70, but then shortly after that, it drops back down and we have winter weather again. It's been the strangest month. I mean, Monday of last week, got up Monday morning to take my mom to that surgery, and snow falling like crazy. Roads were slick, driving hazardous. By the time we get out, it's kind of sleeting and doing all kinds of other crazy stuff. And then about 3 hours after that, it's 50 degrees. It's like, wait, what? There's whiplash, but at any rate, my poor little plants, they don't know if they're coming or going. Ah, you had a warm, sunny day, too. Oh, you had no wind. I can't say I had no wind. We definitely had a little bit of wind here. But I was just glad to see some sunshine and feel something that wasn't very cold. Louis Robert for the Chicago White Sox. But I'm definitely looking forward to the day that it's going to be in the 70s. Not so much the day or two behind it when we're going to start getting snow or whatever again. Trey Turner and Wander Franco. Nice. Also setting up there. A signature series for the Houston Astros. Miles Straw is our signature. Yeah, Jay Allen's already wandered off and gone to sleep. I should have asked him how his sitch is. He's down in the Carolinas, and I think they had a bunch of severe weather down in that area. Well, that is numbered to 5. Jeff McNeil, it's a press proof. So, nice little hit there. We'll take it to 5. Indeed. Alex Bregman, not hollow foil, an Alex Bregman Mother's Day, numbered to 25. See, I'm just in the habit of it being hollow foil, but no, that is the Diamond Kings Mother's Day. So, Astros to 25 on that one. I think that's our first Mother's Day out of this half case as well. Trevor Story and Bo Bichette. Trevor Richards Marlins, that's to 150. Dominators, Freddie Freeman and the Braves, that one to 149. An Alex Bregman relic for the Astros. We're getting there. We're getting there. Slowly but surely, we are getting there. I'm still not quite used to, well, obviously we know I'm not quite used to the daylight savings time. I messed up our listings. That's just, I swear to you, I did not remember daylight savings time being this early in the year. I always thought it was more towards the end of March, the 1st of April. I didn't realize it until basically the day it was happening, I guess. It's either Friday or Saturday night. I read it in the newspaper or online in a newspaper article, technically. And then I realized, oh no, are they going to shift all my auctions an hour forward? Oh, that has not been fun, has it? That is the Tampa Bay Rays with Castillo. So yeah, I'm having a little trouble getting used to it, but mostly just, that's to 99, Alex Bregman, Dominators. Just, you know, you're used to looking outside and it being daylight at a certain time and dark at a certain time, and when it's not, it throws me off. To 79, career highlights. That was for the Indians. And there's a season highlight, Robinson Cano for the Mets. He's on there as Mets already. I think it was Stang Lover that said last night, he's like, wait, this just feels wrong, bidding in the daylight hours. I know, it is just weird. But I guess we'll be used to it in a day or two. A Dominators Mike Trout, 999 for the Angels. Hollow foil Machado career highlights. And he's on there as a Dodger. I don't know if I said that or not, but since I may not have, that clarifies that. Because, you know, you hear career highlights, you're certainly thinking it could be an Oriole, but no, he was on there as a Dodger. That's a 150th anniversary Justin Williams. All right, we are 6 boxes down, 2 to go. And the thing about it is you can't even do, you know how on a lot of the Topps products, most of them, you can just kind of and go down it really easily that way. You can't even do that with these wrappers. You have to do the whole, you know, you can grab it a little bit if you catch the right edge of it up there, but mostly you have to kind of grab it down the seam. So even that part takes longer. Doesn't it make you wish that Panini had a consumer panel type thing where they would ask for our feedback about products? Oh, they would probably be afraid to do that. It's to 500. That's Molina. They probably would be afraid. But wouldn't you just love to be able to say, look, guys, we don't need this many boxes and a case and this many packs in a box. Salute to Jackie Robinson. Those are all numbered to 42 when we see them. That's the first one we've seen in this half case, and that was Jacob deGrom for the Mets. Maddie Wayne says, going to try again for an Orioles hit because it worked really well the first time. You're going to see if the mojo will bring you another one when you try it again. Well, let's see if it works out. We're going to give our best here. Well, there was another Wander Franco and Trey Turner. American Pride Collegiate. I don't ever open USA Baseball. Do you guys ever break it? I mean, do you buy into breaks of it? Do you enjoy it? That one, Sean Reed Foley, was numbered to 156. I never break USA Baseball. I mean, I guess I could. I don't know how I would do it. Probably just by last name or something. Charlie Blackmon for the Rockies. But I also don't know how much interest there is in it either. Tyler O'Neill, 150th anniversary there for your St. Louis Cardinals. We're getting there. We're getting there. see what we can find out of the rest of this one. Justin Verlander, Detroit Tigers. See, this is what I'm talking about. Why are they going back and giving us relics from when he was a Tiger? Why aren't we... They must have... They just found a bunch of uniforms somewhere. Yeah, we're going to cut all these up right now. Use them all. This is our first hollow back, I think, that we've seen out of this half case. And it is Francisco Lindor to 99. First one that I remember seeing. Anyway, we may have seen another, but that's the first one I remember seeing. Father's Day to 49. Mejia, Padres. Mike Trout on one side, Joe Adele on the other. So that one we don't have to worry about. Those are both Angels. So we don't have to put them in housekeeping. They can go over there in the general population of cards. Keep them over there in Gen Pop. I watch too much Orange is the New Black, don't I? I know. Actually, I haven't watched that one in a while, but I've been watching all kinds of other stuff on Netflix. And some of the stuff on Netflix is really bizarre, but good. Like Black Mirror. I just started a new one. I mean, I think it's been on there for a couple of years, but I just started watching it, called the OA. I think that's what it's called. I don't know. I'm just getting started. I'm only like one episode in or something. But it might be interesting. Jordan Hicks, St. Louis Cardinals. Netflix or somebody should do, a redemption, should do like a Hard Knocks. You know how HBO does Hard Knocks for football? Netflix or somebody should do a Hard Knocks equivalent for baseball spring training. Aaron Judge and Alex Kirilloff. Wouldn't that be interesting? I think it would be anyway. So the redemption, it goes up there in housekeeping as well. It stays face down until the end of the break, which, hey, good luck for you. We're only one box away, so you don't have to wait too long. And then any redemptions that we have found throughout the break, we flip them all over one right after the other at the end of the break, and then go to the Panini website and use that to verify the team and find out what it's going to be numbered to and that sort of thing. So this, of course, is last box, so you know what that means. It is last box mojo time. This is where we try to conjure up the big hit out of the last box. Of course, we may have a really big hit up there in the next to last. I don't know, because I'm not sure who is in this product as a redemption. It's the first redemption I have pulled out of donruss for 2019. So if any of you have any thoughts about who that might be, if you've watched a lot of breaks and seen some redemptions come out, hey, feel free to throw your guesses into chat and tell us who you think it might be. Give us some ideas. Jacob deGrom and the Mets is our relic. Walker Buehler to 150. Soon to be the new ace of the Dodgers, I think. Oh, you think it's going to be, I can't say the guy. You know I'm going to butcher the guy's name, but the guy for the Mariners. Or Fernando Tatis Jr. Okay. Daniel Murphy for the Nationals. So I didn't know Tatis was a redemption in here. That would be nice if we hit that. Well, I mean, they would both be nice, but it'd be very nice. Okay, what is this? That is, that is exactly Rhys Hoskins. Look at that. That's what Jay Allen asked for. I mean, he asked for a 1 of 1 of Rhys Hoskins, but he asked for Phillies and he asked for Rhys Hoskins. And then you get the nice insert here, the Bleachers ink insert with his autograph on it. And then we got the relic for Rhys Hoskins earlier as well, I think. So how about that? Jay Allen managed to conjure up a nice one there. So his mojo flowing pretty well tonight. So yeah, so there he is. I can't say his name. You know, that's why I just said that guy from Seattle. I think I actually said the Mariners, but anyway, I can't pronounce virtually any of the names correctly, even ones I've heard said often. His name I have not heard it said often. But anyway, yeah, I mean, I think they're expecting him to be good, so. Trevor Story on one side, Bo Bichette on the other. We've pulled loads of those, and some of them numbered lower than others, but all up there in housekeeping. Yadier Molina. That was hollow foil, either season or career stats. A little Aaron Judge. There's Goldschmidt on the front, Peter Alonso on the back. Hey, we got a 1 of 1 printing plate. And that is headed to Detroit. So Tigers coming out with a nice little 1 of 1 hit. Now, of course, everybody, I think, knows the deal with these printing plates, but in case you do not, someone, they are used in the actual making of the card. So as such, they quite often have surface scratches and dents and dings and occasionally bends and sometimes ink on them and all sorts of other interesting imperfections. But just consider that to be part of the charm, right? Because it is actually a working card, for lack of a better way to describe it. It has to do a job before it gets pulled out and put into a product. So I guess our last box mojo, not too bad. Brought us a 1 of 1. We'll take that. All right, let's see what else the last box wants to give us. That one is Jacob Nix to 154. This is to 999, Walker Buehler. To 150. I lost track of our hits in here. Have we already seen all of our hits in here? Have we got one left to find? I guess we'll know shortly. There's only one more little stack of cards up there. I can't remember which. We may have found them all, but I don't know. Chance Adams to 267. an American Pride. And I guess we had already found them all, yeah. All right. Okay, so before we do our recap, as you know, we have a redemption setting up there. So we're going to flip the redemption and verify it first. Then we'll use random.org to award those cards, and then use random.org to award those cards. Then we will recap, and then after the recap, if anyone missed it earlier, we'll put up information about what we're breaking in the days ahead, and we'll also put up information about shipping. So you were right on it. It is Fernando Tatis Jr. for the Padres. So you definitely, it's paid off, all that watching you've done, because you hit that dead on, E. Harvey. You said it's going to be one of two, and it was, in fact, one of the two you said. And that is Signature Series is our card set. So let's, we'll go over here to back to our Panini website and do a little looking up of this card. What did I say it was against? Just Signature Series, right? I think so. Oh, where'd you go? There we go. Slid right past it. All right, Fernando Tatis Jr., what card number are you? 49 he is. And there, well, it doesn't tell us his team, but he is a Padre. I forgot it's not going to tell us the team on their checklist for baseball. I always forget that. But anyway, it's not numbered. We know that because there's no number in that last column. If it had been numbered, that's where it would tell us. But of course, we know that Fernando Tatis Jr. is a Padre. Okay, so you want to know why this is by way of random? Well, it's because, you know, we've got one team on the front and one team on the back. So there's no way to do it other than to award it to one of those teams using random.org, because there's two different teams on there, right? So you can't just say it's all gonna, you know, can't just pick one. We've got to kind of do it the right way here and do it using random.org, which is what we are about to do right now. So here's what happens, guys and gals. When I have fewer than 9 items in a list, I do random 3 times. The first 2 do not count. The third one makes the decision. When we have 10 or more in a list, we do random once. So, of course, as I just pointed out, we have one team on the front of each of those cards and a completely different team on the back of each of those cards. So we're simply going to type in front and back. It's just that easy. And then we're on the third random. It will tell us whether that's going to go to the team on the front of each card or to the team on the back of each card. All right, so you can ignore the first one, ignore the second one, and there's our third and final. And there you'll see 3 times our date and time stamp, and it comes to the team on the back of each card. All right, so that is going to be in the case of these. I'm going to put the first one in a sleeve here and circle it there on the back. And that way, that will remind me when I am sorting these where we're going. So Peter Alonso and the Mets, Fernando Tatis Jr. for the Padres, Brent Honeywell for the Tampa Bay Rays, Nick Madrigal for the White Sox, Bo Bichette for the Blue Jays, Wander Franco for the Rays, Bo Bichette again, Wander Franco again. There's Alex Kirilloff for the Twins and a Bo Bichette. So that is how those are awarded. Now, American Pride. These are our collegiate Team USA cards. They're going to go as a group out by way of random.org. So one team is going to get the entire group of those American-made card inserts. So once again, I'm going to put these in something just so that I have the ability to write on it. We're going to use random.org to award those as well. In this instance, though, we're going to come back to our spreadsheet first so that I can copy all of the team names that are involved in this. And then we will take those and paste those into random. And once again, because we have 10 or more items in this list, we will be doing random one single time. And the team that comes up in the number 1 position after random will end up with that group of cards. All right, so once again, scrolling through, you can see everybody's in there. Good luck, everyone. And it ends up going to the Yankees. So the New York Yankees getting the little group of Team USA cards here using random.org. Yeah, Daniel, I'm sorry if if your other breaks haven't done it this way. A lot of breaks do future stars that way by way of random. Of course, it is outlined in the break information on my listing description page down there at the bottom. It does talk about how we handle teams that have more than one, or cards that have more than one team on it, and it does clearly indicate that we do them by way of random. So I think that's the most equitable way to do it. I'm sorry that you were unaware of that, but I did have that in there. There's Mejia to 49. That's Father's Day for the Padres. This is numbered to 25. It's Alex Bregman and the Astros. Next up, numbered to 5, you have a little Jeff McNeil. Numbered to 49, that's Jose Ramirez, and more Father's Day. Lorenzo Cain to 49. And then the nickname variation as well, and numbered to 49 for Ozzie Albies. So that was our lowest number highlight stuff, okay? So there's a lot of other cards in here numbered much higher, but obviously we're recapping only the lower things. Texas Rangers. That's Acuna for the Braves, Hoskins for the Phillies, Cabrian Hayes for the Pirates. That is a quite nice hit for the Toronto Blue Jays with Vlad Guerrero Jr. autograph. The Tigers with Castellanos. Well, again, Daniel, I mean, as I'm sure you know, every break can do things differently. So Kansas City Royals, I don't doubt that you have been in some breaks that don't do those by way of random, and there are also people who do them by way of random, and that's why I do provide that information in the listing so that everyone is aware of how I particularly handle it. So once again, I'm sorry if that presents a problem, but that is the most fair way to do it. That is the way we always handle it here. That San Diego Padres was the relic we saw a moment ago. This is Dakota Hudson for the St. Louis Cardinals. Shohei Ohtani for the Angels. That is Happ for the Blue Jays. Didi Gregorius for the Diamondbacks. Okay, Daniel, well, again, I'm sorry, man. All I can do is provide the information. I'm sorry if you didn't understand it or see it. I'm sorry that I didn't do it the way that you prefer, but I did indicate in the listing the way that I do it, and that's the way I've always done it. And as I'm sure you're quite well aware, different breakers will often have different ways of doing things. That's why it's important to either ask if you want to know something that's important or to read what's in there. So to Les and the Blue Jays, not just about that, but in general, there's a lot of things that certain breakers do one way and others do a different way. Alonso for the New York Mets. Then you have Juan Soto for the Nationals. That is numbered to 99. Cedric Mullins for the Baltimore Orioles. And that is the Rangers with Tavares. Okay, Daniel. Well, thank you again for sharing your opinions. I appreciate it. So thank you again. I think we've probably discussed it at this point. Detroit Tigers, that's Grayson, 1/1 printing plate. Reese Hoskins for the Philadelphia Phillies have an autograph hit. Daniel Murphy for the Washington Nationals. Jacob deGrom for the New York Mets. The St. Louis Cardinals with Jordan Hicks. Verlander for the Detroit Tigers. Jacob deGrom, that's actually in the wrong stack, but that is numbered to 42. I meant to highlight that one when we did the Mother's Day and Father's Day numbered things, but nonetheless, we needed to recap it anyway. Castillo for the Tampa Bay Rays. The Houston Astros have Alex Bregman. Next up, it is Miles Straw for the Houston Astros. For the Chicago White Sox, that's Robert. Rafael Devers for the Boston Red Sox. And last but not least, it is Josh James for the Houston Astros. All right, so that is the break tonight. That is the recap for tonight. And we will put up spreadsheet information here again one final time for anyone who might have missed it. This will give you the 411 on your shipping schedule projected out on or about Thursday. As always, if I can get it out faster than a projected date, I certainly will. And if something unexpected should happen, it could possibly slide a day later, but I anticipate it being Thursday. Every team pulled cards here in Donruss, so you don't need to worry about consolation cards there. If you were in encased and your team was not pulled, your consolation cards will ship with the rest of the break since it is a paid shipping break. So our breaks that are coming up here in the nights ahead. So tomorrow night, Leaf Valiant Baseball along with Panini Select Basketball. Oh, look, Daniel, you're insulting me now. That's nice too. I appreciate that. I really do, Daniel. I mean, I've really do appreciate that. It's super, super nice. It tells me a lot about you. On Wednesday night, Valiant Baseball and Contenders Optic Football by a 10-box inner case. On Thursday night, we have a Leaf autographed football jersey and a 3-box case of Preferred Players autographed baseballs and another half case of Donruss baseball. It will be the first half of a new case. On Friday, a Leaf autographed multi-sport jersey, a full case of National Treasures football, and some Leaf Valiant baseball shows up again on Friday night. On Saturday, we're going to look at encased football and select basketball, both by the full case. Now, of course, tomorrow night and Wednesday night, both, you should anticipate that we will again be starting closer to 9:45 than to 9:30, as for the same reason that we discussed tonight, which is the daylight savings time shift. So that has got it covered for us tonight. I thank everyone for being here. I appreciate you spending part of your evening with me. I will be back at it again tomorrow night, so hopefully we'll see some of you then. And the ones of you who did not have fun, well, guess we won't see you again. Take care now. Bye-bye.